mean, every game this season is important. It all matters a lot. I mean, you're seeing across the league, the standings are moving every single day.
Lexie Hull, she was not scoring a lot, but defensive player of the year, I don't know. Most improved player, like there is something like she is a maniac now.
Lexie Hull just stood her ground against Aja Wilson, but the refs weren't having it. What happened in that controversial third quarter play, and why are fans and commentators calling out the officiating? More importantly, how did the Fever turn this game into their most shocking victory of the season? The answers might surprise you. Imagine walking into the arena with 16 straight losses hanging around your neck like a weight. No Caitlin Clark on the floor to lead the charge.
Actually haven't won a game against the Aces in 16 games. And they did it without Caitlin Clark. This team is crazy. They
really just, I think, are buying into helping each other, help each other, and that, I think, translates on the court.
And whispers about how the refs love to lean toward the defending champs. That's where the Indiana Fever started this game. Everything about it seemed like the perfect setup for another Aces win, until it wasn't. By the time the final buzzer sounded, the Fever didn't just scrape by, they completely flipped the narrative. The sparks really flew in the third quarter. Lexie Hull boxed out Aja Wilson with textbook precision. Feet planted, arms steady, the kind of defense you slap on a coaching tape.
When we're playing good defense, it loosens us up offensively. We get good shots in transition. We wear out the other team. I mean, really, I think our game starts on that side of the floor.
And January, because she is their defensive coach. And the defense that has been on display in the last two games has absolutely blown my mind.
But then Wilson reached right over, her forearm brushing across Hull's shoulders to snatch the ball. Everyone expected a whistle, maybe a foul. Instead, jump ball. You could feel the shift in the crowd, the tension thick in the air. Analysts on the broadcast couldn't stop talking about the call. And online fans, oh, they were livid. Tweets started piling up about how Aja Wilson was living at the free throw line that night. And they weren't wrong. She finished with 29 points, 15 of them from free throws. Questions swirled as the Fever found themselves battling more than just the other team.
Games where I was like, you know what, Natasha Howard just isn't it. And you know what, I take all of it back because she is finding a rhythm. She is not dropping the ball. Her and Kelsey are developing a chemistry together.
We're having fun together playing, so I think it is. I think this is a good moment for us, and especially we're playing without one of our best players. So to do that in those circumstances, we're really just proud of ourselves.
But here's the thing, Lexie Hull didn't flinch. She didn't argue or clap back. She stayed locked in, playing her role like a pro. That moment wasn't just about a single bad call, it was about the Fever staring down the adversity they've faced all year. This team has been written off, doubted, absolutely buried under rebuild labels, yet here they were, finding answers. The second quarter proved that something new is brewing in Indiana. The Fever outscored the Aces 25-10, shooting a jaw-dropping 82% from the floor. Their defense suffocated the league's best, forcing missed shots and bad decisions. It wasn't flashy, it was balanced. Every player contributed.
Not a flawless game. It's really hard to play a flawless game anytime. And I think as a group, we know that we're not going to make the perfect play. We're not going to make the home run play every game.
Killing it in the interior paint. The paint points for the Fever were crazy, especially in the beginning. I mean, the Aces pretty much are nothing without Aja.
Fearless execution replaced hesitation, and for once, the Fever didn't rely on any one star to carry them. Their grit and unselfishness delivered. Now, how do you keep that energy going and make the champs look mortal? Let's break that down. The Aces walked onto that court as the clear favorites. They're the defending champs, with a deep, loaded roster and a history of dismantling the Fever, but the script flipped hard.
Like, she is a demon. I mean, Sid Colson, I love what Sid Colson's doing on the court. There was nobody that played badly today.
So every game means something, and I think for us, just buying in at the game in front of us, focusing on that, and hopefully take care of business.
By the end of the night, they weren't looking like the dominant force everyone expected. So what happened? It started with their offense, or lack of it. Shooting only 26% from the field, the Aces had their worst scoring performance of the entire season.
The Aces are a team with 4 Olympians, so it is a little hard to understand. I mean, I guess they just haven't found the rhythm. I don't know, but
we're taking that energy that we have, that fun, that lightheartedness into practice, because at the end of the day, this is a game. We want to have fun, and I think we play our best basketball when we're playing free.
They couldn't hit open looks, missed layups, and seemed completely out of rhythm. Aja Wilson still put up 29 points, but here's the catch. More than half of those came from the free throw line. Outside of her individual effort, the rest of the aces were practically invisible. Kelsey Plum struggled. Jackie Young couldn't find her usual groove. The Fever's defense clamped down on everyone not named Aja, and it worked perfectly. The Aces' frustration was visible. The bench looked quiet, heads down, barely communicating.
And just trusting that we're going to get better, and we have trust in ourselves and in our teammates that it's okay to mess up because we'll get it back. And especially, for great players, don't play for perfect games. So
Aja Wilson is absolutely 100,000% the most important player on that team, and tonight she came away with the majority of the points, 29 out of 50.
Even during timeouts, the energy felt off, like they were searching for answers they just didn't have. Meanwhile, on the sideline, Caitlin Clark was buzzing. Sure, she wasn't in the game, but her presence felt like a spark. She cheered for every defensive stop, celebrated buckets, and stayed locked into her role as a leader. That energy spread. Her vibe compared to the Aces bench was night and day. While the Fever fed off her optimism, the Aces' body language signaled resignation. They didn't look like a championship squad. They looked beat, both physically and mentally. This win wasn't just about breaking a 16-game losing streak against Las Vegas. It was bigger. The Fever showed they can take down the league's best, even with odds stacked high against them.
Fever were actually able to get to the free throw line 17 times, and they shot 82%. And they were 31% at the three, and they had a 49% field goal.
we're all feeling good. I think the energy's high. Really good win in Minnesota. Had a chance to celebrate together. I think that only helps our chemistry. All that stuff off the court definitely fuels us. We're having fun with each other.
For a team many considered a non-factor, it was a statement. They're starting to treat every game like it's win or go home. That mentality isn't just powering them through tough matchups. It's giving them confidence for what could be a wild postseason push. So if they can do all this now, what are they capable of as the season heats up? This game wasn't about one possession, one call, or even one win. It was about the Fever rewriting the story of who they are. Against controversial officiating, without Caitlin Clark, and against a team like the Aces, they proved that resilience matters more than rosters.
Every game this season is important. It all matters a lot. You're seeing across the league, the standings are moving every single day.
Lexie Hull, she was not scoring a lot, but defensive player of the year, I don't know, most improved player, there is something, she is a maniac now.
They didn't hang their heads or rely on individual brilliance. They showed up as a team, handling adversity with a level of focus that screamed growth. Controversial? Sure. Unexpected? Absolutely. But this was no fluke, this was a statement. So, are we watching the Fever turn into the next breakout force in the WNBA? Let us know your take